Now, on Tuesday, TVJ Sports began a three-part feature examining the factors which hinder the track and the field performances of schools in eastern Jamaica. In this evening's part 2, Shoshana McGowan turns the spotlight on the plight of two St. Thomas-based schools.
St. Thomas has been labelled as the forgotten parish, which is evident in some areas where there is a lack of upgraded infrastructure, including sporting facilities. On arrival to St. Thomas Technical in February, there was no track in sight, which leaves athletes to journey 1 mile from their school grounds daily to use a sports club nearby. However, it doesn't compare to the trek of approximately 13 miles into Morant Bay for the use of a gym 2 times a week. And it gets tougher having to endure stinging sandflies at their daily training sessions and sometimes heavy rainfall.
Rain like September to December, it hamper the training a lot. And the sandfly as well in the grass.
Yeah, how do you deal with that?
Well, they have to wear long clothing. Tell the kids them to dress in long clothing when they come to training.
What are some of the side effects you find with some of the athletes if they're bitten by the sandflies?
Oh, the skin swell up a lot. A lot of bumps on the students.
However, Coach Marlon Cuthbert believes enough is not being done to alleviate most of their demise and other schools in the eastern parishes.
I think the MP is doing a lot to help. And I think the government could do more to help the schools in the east to hear our name called more regular to help them, to get where we want them to get to.
Despite their daily struggles to groom stars in less than ideal training conditions, especially when there's just one starting block for 20+ athletes, manager Ryan Patterson says they have found positives in a situation filled with negatives.
Our principal, Mrs. School Williams, has done well. She has put in place a sports committee which oversees the run of sports, and a vice principal, Mr. Ricardo, the person in charge of that committee. So normally, when we have the meeting to discuss the way forward, that's one of the way we got it. We also have a talk shop in the system that helps cater for sports, so they cushion some of the expense that we have. Since of recent time, past students are now buying into the idea. They are now making liquor sponsorship here and there.
The sight of athletes, but it looks more like a physical education class for lower school students, which turned out to be just another state of inconsistency and disinterest, says head coach of Morant Bay High track team Andre Anderson. It's no surprise to Coach Anderson why Eastern schools find it difficult to keep promising student athletes.
I think as a region we need to pull a little bit tighter together as a region, work together. For me, the major factor is athlete retention. We are losing all our athletes to the bigger regions and the bigger schools with the more money. Our region spends the least amount of money on sports on a whole. So we're athlete retention for the eastern region. Here at Morant Bay High School, that's a major factor.
Student athletes transfers have become a norm island-wide in all sporting disciplines. How does it really affect a sports program with 1 or 2 departure of star quality athletes?
It's not even deflating, it's heart-wrenching, but you just have to learn to live with it and move on from that. Look at the next pool coming up and try to fill the gap as you go along. But it's very heartbreaking, but then what can you do as a coach? You just have to constantly keep working. Go to your bed, try to sleep, get up the next day and try to do it all over again.
In part 3, we'll explore St. Mary High School. Shoshana McGowan, TVJ Sports.